Hello everybody, it's Anne from Stampin'Up. Welcome to another card making day here in Simcoe, Ontario, where I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you live in Simcoe, if you live in Canada and you don't have your own demonstrator, you can shop with me. You can reach me at StampsNTea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is StampsNTea.stampinup.net. So welcome. I apologise for no video last week. I was really under the weather and just couldn't do it. But here I am again. Let me think. If you watch my videos, or when you watch my videos, if you would leave a like or a comment, it all helps my ratings on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, wherever you watch the video. And if you would like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's called StampsNTea. So let me turn the camera down and I'll show you what we're going to make today. So today we're going to make a quick and simple Valentine's card, because I need a Valentine's card. I missed the wedding anniversary card this week, so I better make it up with a Valentine's card. We're going to use, we don't do traditional Valentines in our house, so we're doing a non-traditional Valentine's card. We're going to use this DSP called Timeless Plaid. I think it was in the September to December mini catalogue, but it's just gorgeous plaid papers, and lovely colours, and all the backs are nice, and it's just a really nice pack of paper. I think everybody loves a package of plaid paper. The pattern we are going to use today is this one. It's pecan pie, and I think peach pie is in there. Let me see. It's got lots of colours. The colours in my pattern are pecan pie and I think calypso coral. So that's the pattern we're going to use today. This set of stamps is called Friendly Seagulls. It's a celebration stamp set, so it was a free stamp set for a $75 order. Now celebration goes on till the end of February, and for every $75 Canadian you spend, you can pick up a free item from the celebration catalogue. Lots of nice things. We've used the toadstool paper. This is another stamp set called Friendly Seagulls. I really didn't know what I was going to do with it, and then I thought I'd just make a whimsy card with it, so it's going to become a Valentine's card. So there it is, Friendly Seagulls. We're going to use, I needed a Valentine's Day stamp, so this is an old set, Heart to Heart. It has, it was a bundle. It was Stamps and Punch back in the day, I think, and it's got a lovely Happy Valentine's Day on it, so we're going to use that. Now, yes, I do have that out. So we'll get to some supplies. Oops. We've got, we're using a pecan pie card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Folded it in half and then folded it back so it sits back on itself, so it sort of looks like that if you're looking down on it. We've got, what else have we got in pecan pie? We've got a piece of pecan pie that is 4 1/4 by 3 inches. And we've got a piece that's 1 by 3.5 or so for the sentiment, which I seem to have lost, but I'll find it. Oh, there it is. Piece of paper, piece of cardstock, 1 by 3.5. We've got a spare piece, which we're going to cut hearts out of. We'll keep that here. We've got some very vanilla. We've got 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. We've got a piece of 4 by 2 3/4 to go on here, and we've got some scraps for the sentiment and some scraps for stamping on in hearts. The DSP, we have a piece that is 5 1/8 by 5 inches by 1 5/8. That's going to go on there like that, with about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. We've got a piece, there should be a piece of very vanilla here as well. There it is in my hand. That goes on there. That's where that goes. It goes like that. It all layers, on the pieces. And then we've got a piece of DSP, which is 3 3/4 by 2.5, which is going to layer on this piece. We've got some scraps for sentiments and scraps for punching on. So we're going to do the stamping first. Now, we've got some seagull stamps. Let me show you on the case. We've got some seagull stamps. I like this one. This is what I used first of all, the one I used first of all, but I wanted it to be the other way. So I'm going to show you first of all how I stamped that to get it to lie the other way. It's really quite simple, and it's a handy technique when something just sits the wrong way. You know, you often think, oh, I wish the flowers went this way instead of this way, or in the case of the seagull, if it goes the other way. Now I'm also going to stamp this seagull here because it would work on the card too. So we'll see how we make out with the seagulls. I've got some scraps here to put to stamp on, and we're going to punch them out into a heart shape. Now let me just make sure I've got the right piece of Very Vanilla. Yes, I think I have. Okay, so we'll put all that to one side. So we've got our foam mat, because these stamps are all photopolymer stamps, so it means they have no red rubber on the back to give them any sponginess, you know. So what we're going to do, we're going to take Memento ink, and I need this one. I need a baby wipe. I'm just going to hang it here so that I can clean my stamps off with it. Now let me see where you see. If you look at your little silicone mat, in the very corner there is a Stampin' Up logo, which is kind of raised. You don't want to stamp over that. So I'm turning my mat this way so that that is completely out of my way. I'm going to stamp down here. So I want this seagull here, you see how he's facing to the right? I want him to face to the left. So I'm going to stamp him on here and then put my card down on top of him. Alright, so we're going to use Memento ink. Try not to get it on my hands. Move stuff out of the way here. Now with a Memento pad, it's a felt pad, so you can really pound your stamp onto it to get a good impression, to get it really inked up well. Whereas if you were stamping that hard into your regular foam stamp pads, it would just be all over the block. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I've got no dust or anything on my board, on my little silicone mat, and I'm going to stamp this just like that. Get a good impression, lift it up, you can see him on the block there. And I'm going to take a piece of scrap card. I'm going to take this piece because I want to make sure it's big enough to cut the heart out. I'm going to put it down on top of the design and just lightly press. Okay. And then pick it right up, turn it over, and there he is. This is the way he should sit, and this is the way he sits now. Now it's a little bit smudgy. It's not quite as sharp as I would have liked it. It could be that I pressed a little too hard, but I'm okay with that. I'm leaving him as he is. Now I'm going to take another piece of card and I'm going to stamp the seagull going the right way. Whoops, that didn't work. Let me turn that over. There, that's better. And I'm also going to stamp the little seagull that has the French fries in its mouth, just because I like it. Okay. Now, I think I better take another piece of card. I'm hoping the heart fits over there. There, so that's the stamping of the seagulls done. Now I've got a sentiment or two. I'll put those over here. I want to stamp on the inside of the card. I want to stamp Happy Valentine's Day. Lovely. There. And I need a sentiment for the front, and I've got two sentiments. One says, I love you more than, And then there's another one that says French fries, and I'm going to stamp those two together on this little piece of Very Vanilla. That was 1 3/4 by, let me think, 1 3/4 by about 3.5, I think. There, I love you more than French fries. Now I'll put those two on the block together just to save some time when I was stamping. I've also got some tiny little stamp here, which is tiny little bubbles or pebbles that are underneath the seagulls, and I'm just going to stamp a couple along the bottom. Just for a little bit to add a little bit of extra colour when I'm colouring, and I really think that is all we need to stamp out. So let me just straighten that edge there, and let's not lose that sentiment. Okay, we've got a couple of just two alcohol markers. I've got light smoky slate and light mango melody. And I'm just going to quickly colour in the beak and the feet of the seagulls. I'm going to do them all, and then we'll see which one we're going to use. This one's got French fries in his beak, so I'm just going to colour those the same colour. He's got some French fries, and then we've got some light smoky slate, and this is just to add a little bit of colour to the wing. There. And here. Here, and we're just going to put a few dots. We're just dabbing the colour on top of these pebbles here. And this is just going to, this will be right at the bottom of the heart, so if we don't see it, it doesn't matter. I'm just filling them in with a little dot of the top of the pencil point on the marker. Just like that. A little bit here. Just finish it off there. There now. Oops, and he's got a little bit of grey on this wing. There. So that's it. That's all we're going to do for colour. Just to give it all a little bit. Now, I've got some heart punches here. These punches are old punches. This one is just called heart, and this one is a scalloped heart. Now I'm going to punch out my seagulls. To get the whole seagull, so I'll have to cut a little bit off the bottom of this paper here, this cardstock. There. Put that in there. Line them up nicely. We want to get the whole seagull in. So you see, when I get the whole seagull in, I may be losing the colour at the bottom, but that's okay. We'll see. We may not use this one. We don't. So there's one. Two. and 3. Then we get to pick which ones we're going to use. We'll do that in just a minute. To back those hearts, we're going to cut out 2 scalloped hearts. Oh dear. 2 scalloped hearts from, what colour is this? Pecan pie. Pecan pie. So there's one. One there. No. Get it this way. No. This way. Put the punches out of the way. And honestly, we're ready to put this card together. So, let's get started. We're going to set the seagulls to one side and the hearts for just a minute. Okay, let's see what we have here. We'll leave the silicone mat there. We'll take this one out. And we need some adhesives. We've got some liquid adhesive. This one feels heavier. We'll use this one. So we have these pieces here. These pieces here. Alright. So this piece is going on here, like this. Give it a good press, and then this piece goes on here. That. Give it a good press. Put these pieces. So again, this piece gets adhesive and it goes on the very vanilla. This piece goes on the front of the card. Like this. There. Now this piece here is going to go right here like this, and it's going to line up right in the center of the front of the card so that it's evenly spaced. Alright, so you can either use your liquid adhesive to put it down, or you could just use your regular adhesive. I've got liquid adhesive out and that's what I'm using. And I'm just going to do a strip like that. And then put this down. So that it looks like it's right in the middle of my card. Right about there. There. And we've got no glue showing on the back. Now, we've got to check these seagulls out. Now we have to decide whether we're going to use this one or this one. Do we want these two facing each other, or do we want these two facing each other? You know, I think I want these two facing each other. Yes, I think I do. So, let me see what I've got on my desk here. Yeah, there he is. There, these two to go like this. Okay, just pop this one on a heart. Twist to line it up properly. Okie dokie. Now we can put these two on here like this. Yes, and I think we're going to maybe pop those up on dimensionals. Got some dimensionals here. So let me see, I need this one like this. I'll set that one about there. And because this one's going to lie on top of this one, I don't want a dimensional on this side. I want the sentiment here. I'll keep him for another day. Pop this up on a couple of dimensionals. There it goes. And this is just a little wider than this piece here. Just make sure that, yeah, okay. I'm just going to lift this one because I can see that this dimensional is sticking out, so I'm just going to peel it off and move it over. That, yeah, now I can't see it, you see, so that's good. There, and we've got some pecan pie dots here. I think they were introduced, you know, when pecan pie became one of the colours we use. Let me just turn this over. They're small and large. I think I'm going to go with a couple of large ones here. I think, yeah, they are. Press those down firmly. Put the sentiment on the inside. Make sure it's straight. And there we are. So there it is. Today's card, Happy Valentine's Day, used the Friendly Seagulls Celebration set and the Heart to Heart set, which is an older set, quite an old set. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate your patience. There might be a few blips in this video. I apologise right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.